sorry for the interruption, dude. Some people here are crazy. So, barging into other people's offices. Yeah, so what I was wanting to say, so I have 3 things that are important to me.
Yeah.
Well, first thing is, of course, the finishing place, where we're gonna finish in the league, in the cup. Second thing is the attendance, so how many people come to my stadium, and the third thing is sustainability. And by that I mean the fact that Dieago is an old player. So even if he plays well, he has maybe 1-2 seasons in him, maybe 3. I hope 3. And what after that? So what I wanted to ask you, did Dieago think what he will do with his career afterwards?
So the 3 things that are important to you, the first 2 things, I cannot guarantee to you.
Okay.
Yeah? So let's table those 2 things and then talk about that later.
Okay.
And the third thing, I can offer you this, right? If you can offer him a reasonable salary for at least 3 years, it's a starting forward. After, because you also need, not only that you need his skill as a professional football player, but you also need his reputations and his experience. Yeah?
Well, I mean, I don't need it. I think I would benefit from it.
You would benefit from it, yeah. So what I'm offering...
If he can do what you're promising that he can. Yeah,
so
tell me.
What I can offer you is that one, his professional football career is over. He can start it as maybe an assistant coach with the team.
Okay.
Help, coaching the younger player that you have coming in. So that way, he have a job after he exit from the professional football career, and being the brand that he is, he can offer your team much more than just his skill as a football player. He can offer you his experience and essentially what your team needs is a leader. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we have a leader. Right?
Yeah, but it's not working out very well for you.
We have our coach.
I'm talking about, yes, you have a coach, but you also need somebody that being closer to the player.
Well,
somebody that know what they feel, to the younger players especially, to coach them up.
Well, I mean, the way I see it is like this. It's an interesting proposition, but definitely being that Dieago has 0 experience in being a coach, I don't really think is that.
That's why I'm offering
it's
assistant coach.
It's an interesting assistant coach. It's an interesting thing to be put on the table, but I definitely need to see what are his skills. So let me tell you what I had in mind first for Dieago. So I had in mind the following. So what I would be able to give him on a normal salary basis, maybe 110, I can set up a contract where he would get a bit lower base fee. So 50K, bear with me, 50K base fee. And then, if his reputation kicks in, our current attendance is 75%. If for every 5% attendance that he increases, he gets extra 40K on his base salary. Annually. Cha-ching. If he, bear with me, if we make it if we make it to at least 20th place, he gets extra 25, so performance fee. If we make it to the playoffs, 50K. And what is important, if he proves to be coaching our young gun that's coming up, if he proves to be coaching him well, I will offer him a place in my team as assistant coach for the attackers, for the forwards. So, but he needs to prove that he's able to groom the young players and teach them while he's playing. And for this reason, this performance fee on the position, so on 20th place, and on the playoffs kicks in, because he won't be playing 90 minutes. I mean, we will put in our young players, so it's in his best interest to not only perform well, but lead the younger attackers and teach them what he knows. So this is my general offer. So with this, if he does what he knows best, and you know our attendance before was 95%, so if he would raise it to 95% and we make it to the playoffs, he would get, what's that, 50, and this is 6210, he would get 260K annually, which for a player of 37 years old is a huge amount of money.
That's tough, man. I mean, I can guarantee to you that he will perform, because the last time that I met with him, he seemed fit. So he's ready to play, yeah. And so when he's ready and with his experience, he can play, no problem at all. Mm. But 50K base salary is very low.
And position assistant.
I mean, he can get. Let's talk about that later.
Forwards in the future, if good, right? Yeah. I mean, I trust you. You brought me some good players, but for a player that's 37 years old, has a bad knee, and has a weight problem, I need insurances. So I would need this sort of a guarantee.
I don't think you can call that an insurance though, because even if you hire him now, and I don't know whatever choice that you have, but the forward that you have now is not working out for you, so that's why you come back to us. But the thing is, 50K salary base fee is just low. It's even half the price of the reserve. So it might as well just better for him to take a reserve job somewhere else at like, I don't know, 150K.
He can't get 150K. He barely got 110.
He can.
Yeah, but this way he can get much more if he can really play. And if he can really bring the crowds. If he can bring the crowds, he can make 160K.
So what are your attendance right now? 75%?
75%. We had it 95 before.
And before with who? With who?
With him.
Yes, exactly. So what makes you think that
if he can do it again, he'll get extra 160K on the spot. Plus 40K for every 5%. If he can get attendance back to 95%, that it was before. Even if he plays poorly, he'll get 160K out of it.
Yeah, but it's not just about
plus 50.
It's not just about the pay, right? I mean, like.
And he'll be the starting forward. Oh. I can guarantee starting forward.
The thing is, I mean, come on, you cannot pay him 50K base fee. I mean, it's just not possible.
This is a good deal. This is a good deal.
Look,
so if
this is a good deal, but the base fees, I'm willing to compromise on the others, but the base fee needs to be higher.
Well, I can't give him a higher base fee because I really need a big variable fee. Because if he doesn't raise my attendance, if he doesn't get me to the playoffs, I might as well not buy anybody. I have a kid back there who can play.
Yeah, but
and he can.
He's not gonna guarantee you. Your team is almost dropping out anyway. So what you need right now is somebody that experienced, somebody that can coach a younger player.
If you
can get another person that maybe a little bit more healthy, a little bit less experienced. Then the probability of your team getting to the playoff is probably equal.
Okay, you're obviously not appreciating this offer.
Yeah.
Obviously not appreciating this offer.
Okay.
If he can really do it as well as you say, then this is not variable. Then this is fixed, right?
Yeah.
So you have fixed over
what about
50, right?
How about I propose you this? $250,000 for 3 years. If he's not delivered,
250 per year for 3 years.
So 3 years.
For a player who may have 1 year left.
No. He definitely got 3 years left. Look, but listen.
Thank you very much.
No. Listen. listen, 250,000 per year for 3 years. If your team is not getting there, my agency, if you want insurance, my agency will reimburse with you for the salary, for the difference. How about that?
Well, insurance, how do you mean? Reimburse what?
So
if I'm not happy, I just come and say I'm not happy and you give me my money back. That sounds good.
No.
No, but still.
No, dude, the base salary is too low, dude.
Dude.
Let's do something out different.
Okay. Counter offer. I give you 110 base, and that's it. Better?
No.
No?
There can be some variable fees in there.
Well, I mean, I'm not giving you. I like variable fees. I like this contract, but I can't give you a proper base salary. This contract that we successfully trashed. Let me just throw it in the trash. Here's the trash. This contract that you did not appreciate enabled him to make almost 300K annually if he did well. And the biggest chunk of it, 160K, was coming from attendance. So he just needed to bring in the crowds, which you say he can do no problem, because he did it before. Which I admit, he did it before. In his time, we had 95%.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, for a person of his stature, and you pay him very low base salary, what message does it gonna send to the audience?
Well,
the message is gonna be sent out like this: oh yeah, our team is failing. We don't have any others option anymore, so we need to get this, wash off, player to revise our team, and we don't have much money, so we can pay him a lower base. That's the message you're gonna send to your attendant, to your audience, and then it's gonna hurt your attendance anyway. So how can I guarantee that attendant if you did not the message that you're sending?
First of all, our salaries are secret. Second of all,
no, it's published. It's published.
Of all,
I know the salary of other player that in Rio 4 years ago. He get 220.
I thought, and his fans think that he loves Rio, so he wouldn't come here for the money. He would come for the fans. No.
No. But it's not just not just the love for the club, but it's also the message that you send to the fan, right? It's like you buying it's just like the price. Like, would you pay $100 for a Louis Vuitton bag? No, you don't.
You are correct. I would not pay $100 for a Louis Vuitton bag.
You would think that it's fake, right? The same analogy here. If you pay $50,000 base salary for Dieago, which means that the message sent out is this guy is broken.
So you're
just pay him a little bit higher base. I'd be happy, and add on the variable.
So you're okay with the variable. You're okay.
I'm perfectly okay with the variable.
Let's recap. So you're okay with the variable.
I'm not okay with the base.
You're okay. Yeah, but you're okay with having a variable in the contract, right? You're okay on it being dependent on attendance and performance, right?
Yeah.
And you're okay of putting an emphasis on training the young attacker and becoming an assistant coach in the meantime. So he's interested in a position like that, and he sees value in that, right?
Yeah. Okay. We all agree on the term. It's just the base salary.
It's just the base.
And I can work with you on the variable.
Okay, we can talk about the variable. We can talk about the base. But trust me. Let me look at my numbers again. But what did you envision as a base salary for him with a variable? How much did you envision that he?
So you say that if he perform well and getting to whatever you get to, he's 250 that he get in total, right?
No. So the original contract was if he gets to 95% attendance.
Yeah. What is the variable?
He would get extra 160K variable. And if we would come into the playoffs, that's an extra 50K. Right? Playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So plus the bases, that was 50. So this would be 260 in total.
Why is it 260? The variable is only 260.
The variable is 210.
Yeah.
And the base is an extra 50.
I would like to move some of this variable into the base.
Well, I definitely see why you would like, as his agent, to move some of his variable into his base. We can... What can we do? But I can't go too far. I can't really spend more than... Let's see. What can I spend? Let me just check my figures, call some people. Okay. Okay, what I can do... See, what I can do is, so we keep the entire sum. I'll give him... this. Okay. How about this? I give him base salary 80. He gets extra, what's that? Extra 30,000 for every 5%. So he gets, for 95% attendance, he gets extra 120. If he goes to 100% attendance, right, which would be beyond the good days, that would be 150, right? And 60,000 if we make it to the playoff. 40,000. I mean, if we just make it to place to the 20th place, then he gets 40,000. So the total is again 260. He gets 80 as a base. 120 is variable on the attendance, taking 95% as the base case. And 60 is variable on performance. How do you breathe on that one? That's pretty much as far as I can go.
I don't know, man.
Let me draw the structure up for you, and then you can take a moment and think about it. Just so I give you a nice piece of paper. And then if you want, you can write something on it, but attendance, base salary 80K, attendance variable plus 30K for 5%, so now it's 75%, before it was 95%, extra 40,000 if we make 20th place, 60,000 if we make playoffs.
You see this?
And assistant coach. Coach. Yes. Okay. Performance. Equal.
So what is the total?
So the total would be 80,000 plus, this could go maximum up to 150. If it would go back to the earlier days, that's 120. So let's say, for simplicity's sake, all days, 120. So that's in total 200,000. Plus 60 if we make it to the playoffs, 260.
Alright, here, you get a pen. Here's my proposal. 160K base. 30K for every 5%. And 40K if we make it to the playoff. So 60, a total of 300,000. Total. And a 3-year contract. After the 3 years, gonna be assistant coach. With the base salaries of 100K.
Okay. So. Well, I mean, first of all, I think assistant coaches don't make as much as football players. That you should know. Second of all, this is very steep. Third, I have an issue with these 3 years, you know? What happens if he has only 1 year in it?
I mean, it's a pro rate, so it's not like you're gonna have to pay him all 3 years, right? So if he worked for 1 year, then pay him 1 year. Okay. If he worked for 2 years, then pay him 2 years.
Okay.
But at least the contract is 3 years.
Okay, so we can put into the contract that if he's not able to play anymore after 1 year, so every year.
It's pro rata.
Yeah.
It's pro rata.
Evaluation.
Yeah.
Pro rata.
Also,
Listen.
Also, look, the detail of his contract gonna stay private. All you announce, whatever that you announce to the public, just gonna be Dieago compensation is up to $300,000. That's it.
Well, I mean, I can live with that. The thing is that I don't know if you can live with that.
What do you mean I can live with that?
The thing is, I really, so see, this is what's important to me, and this is what's important to me.
What is it? The extra?
Yeah.
So I lower this for you, 40K.
Yeah, but I don't want that lower. I want to give him more money if he performs, because I want him to perform. I want to reward your man for doing well. I want to reward your man. I don't want to give him money for showing up. I want to give him money for showing up and doing the best he can do. So I don't want a lower performance. I want a higher performance. If I can, I would give him $1 million if he raises my attendance to 95%. Because I would come to him and say, Diego, I brought you here to get me to the playoffs and to raise my attendance. You did it. Well done. So, I don't need this lower. Actually, we could. And what I can do, if I can get this sum up to, if I could raise this sum from 260, would you agree to a base salary of 100?
What do you mean raise this sum to 360? What is that?
Well, I offered you 260. I can give you 300 when you put together variable and base. But the base has to be 100. Gets more in total, but the base is 100.
What about the assistant coach base salaries?
Assistant coach base salary?
And you need to guarantee that too. I mean, obviously he had to perform.
Yeah,
We all agree on that.
If he performs, if he satisfies the conditions, so we evaluate him, and then he gets the. I need to check what are the base salaries of my team. I can't give him a salary that's outrageous, but I could.
And if you announce that deal, it's going to show Dieago commitment to the team, and it's going to increase the attendance anyway. Having him coming back as an assistant coach if he perform.
He did his prime here at Rio Nacional, so I'm very happy with him staying with us. I think that we can. Let's see. What would be a sensible? Yeah. I think we can do 100K base. Let's see. 30K for 5%. Now it's 75%. Give him. That's. Yeah, it's 250. Yeah. Assistant coach. Yes. Okay. I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but fine. I have a feeling you're really ripping me off here.
You see?
He gets 100K base, plus 30K for every 5%.
80K?
30K. He gets 80K if we make it to the playoffs, 50K if we make it to the 20th place. So for the case of 95% attendance, he gets 300K in total. For a case where he gets it to 100 attendance, that's 330K, so we can go public with either number. Pro rata, I give him assistant coach position, 50K for 1 year, and then we negotiate on the salary. Then it can go up, down. After that, he will have the experience in being the assistant coach. He could get offers elsewhere, and he could get a market price. I'm giving him the opportunity to be the assistant coach here with 0 experience, so I think he should be happy with this. But I'm not guaranteeing anything beyond the first year. If he messes up, he messes up.
And
if
how long
he's
is
good,
the contract?
after 1 year we negotiate. So, and
No, the contract for the football player.
pro rata 3 years. So we'll put in a clause if he can't play after 1 year, contract is void, and we go directly to assistant coach clause. If he can play 2 years, after 2 years he becomes assistant coach.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think you should go public with this compensation, yeah?
Yeah, we
I'm
go
gonna
public.
just say that Dieago compensation will be up to 330K if he's performed well.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And he's gonna be a starting forward.
Starting forward, yeah.
Yeah.
Starting forward. He's a superstar, right? That's what we need to communicate.
Yeah, exactly. He's a superstar, so we're willing to pay the super price.
Superstar. If he does what we agreed he'll do, I'm more than happy.
That's fine.
Okay.
Do you have a deal?
Have a deal.
Inside it?
First hand. Okay. Nice. See him on practice Monday morning then. And if you have any good guys, bring them to me.
Alright.
Okay. Just make sure it's clear to him that he will have to put in the effort not only in playing and bringing the crowds, but also training my young attacker.
Yeah, he's keen on that. Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Good doing business with you.
Good doing business.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah. Dude, is he